Am I the a-hole for crying after hearing my stepdaughter doesn't love me? I 44F married my husband 8 years ago. His first wife died when his daughter was 5. She was 9 when we met and 11 when we got married. We have what I always considered a pretty good relationship and I love her and she's a good kid and now a young adult. I could never have kids of my own and I accepted that. I never expected, suggested or implied I wanted to be her mom. I was happy to be a part of her life and some part of her family. I did think we loved each other, but I learned this was one-sided at Christmas. My husband's extended family planned a few days away after Christmas to spend as a family. We rented a cabin and everyone was under one roof for a few nights. I fell ill halfway through and stayed in bed most of the latter part of the trip. One of those days, I woke up from a nap and could hear my stepdaughter and sister-in-law talking, and I didn't hear all of it, but I did hear her tell her aunt she doesn't love me and really only tolerates that her dad married me because he's happy, but she wishes he hadn't married me or anyone. I turned on the TV to drown out the sound, but then I started crying. It made me sad, and I won't lie and say it didn't or that it didn't bother me at all, but I was never going to bring it up. Then sister-in-law checked on me after a while and found me crying. She realized I must have heard some of it and told me I should never have listened and that crying wouldn't solve anything. Then she told me not to start any trouble based on what I heard. I said I wasn't going to, but I just needed to let it out. I didn't bring it up again and I was happy to let it go. But my sister-in-law brought it up again and she told me I could feel a certain way my age and given my stepdaughter's loss I shouldn't have made it about me by crying. She told me she hoped I wasn't planning to get my husband to go after my stepdaughter. I told her I never said a word to my husband. I said I wasn't trying to make it about me. She claims that couldn't be true when I cried and I should think about that so it never comes out around others. So am I the a-hole for crying after I heard what my stepdaughter said?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. It's okay to feel sad when someone you presumably care about has different feelings. She's 19 now, 11 plus an 8-year marriage, so maybe there's some normal pulling away poorly expressed. Things might change. The sister-in-law sounds like a piece of work though.
Wow, your sister-in-law sounds like a right twat. I kind of get where your stepdaughter was coming from. She's what, 18 or 19, and this still not a grown-up. It sounds like your sister-in-law may have been leading her along that path, so try not to take it to heart. You've got a decent relationship with your stepdaughter. I'm sure she does really care about you. But your sister-in-law. I would stay far away from her.
Tell your sister-in-law that if she addresses it again, you will talk to your husband about her behavior, not your stepdaughter's.